everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Apologetically Me. I'm Maggie.
I'm Wanda.
And today we are here with a fashion episode because, as you know, with COVID, our fashion sense has come out even stronger than before. Cue the hoodies and Steve Jobs shirt. Sorry for the podcast listeners if you didn't see us, but really you should have subscribed to us on YouTube, so that's kind of your own fault. Anyways, let's turn it over to our quarantine update. Wanda, tell the people what you got going on.
So, within the last week, unlike Maggie, I actually do need to see, so I got glasses. Just kidding. Still don't need glasses. Vision is fine. But I have been straining, I guess, pretty hard looking at my computer screen because like everything's online now with like Zoom and class and everything. So like not only do you have to like stare at a screen for class, but you also have to stare at it when you're like doing assignments and everything. And like I also do everything online on my computer, like watch shows and everything, plus like editing. So it's always like very, I guess it's been a stressful few weeks for my eyes that they've finally given out, or like not given out, but they've just been like hurting a lot and they've been like really dry. And like I think it's affected my sleep as well because for like the past week I haven't been sleeping the best. So I got blue light glasses, which is kind of unfortunate because you can see the reflection in them, but I'm putting myself over the podcast. So,
Aw. I mean, that's good. Um, I think you look cute with them on. I think they look great.
thanks. I feel like I've aged 5 years. Like, I feel like I looked at least like I'm 30.
That's okay. People tell me I look 40 all the time.
Yeah, you look younger in person.
Let us know in the comments how old you think we look right now from where we with our glasses and our turtleneck today. If you say anything over 40, I will cry.
And you will meet Maggie and Wanda, which
Yes.
is her
Our
fists.
fists.
Yes. Not we'll
Aw.
show up at your house. But we
But
will
also
because
we will. Yeah.
yeah. So I yeah, that's kind of that's all that's happening. What about you?
Um, so I want to talk about some stand-up comedians. So as you know, I am very into stand-up comedians. I like seeing them live. I like watching them on repeat. I have my favorites. Nate Bargatze, he's had like another Netflix special because he got so popular off it. And I'm so proud of him. He's doing great. But then he just released one recently that I am not a fan of because I think maybe it's like lazy humor or like generational humor, but like the stuff he made was just kind of like lazy writing. It was like, the typical things where it's like when you have a kid, who do you think is going to do all the work? It's the mom. He has a joke where his daughter like couldn't remember what the bus number was, so the teacher called home and he called the dad's phone number instead of the mom. And the dad, Nate Bargatze, was just like, hey, like, I'm the dad, right? I don't know like anything about the daughter, right? Like, I don't know the important information. And people are laughing. And I was like, this is such cheap humor. Like, yeah, you're the dad. You should know this. You're just telling everyone you're a bad parent and people are laughing about this. How do you think it'd be if the mom was like that? Like, what the hell is this? This is stupid. And I'm so disappointed in him for that. Like everything else in the special was great. That one part really bothered me. He's also my beef, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna
He,
say.
this is more beef, but I was thinking about this a lot, and I think there's so many great stand-up comedians out there. Some great female ones too that really deserve some more attention. And this guy, he got his chance and he blew it. He didn't blow it. It's still kind of funny, but yeah.
Yeah, I was watching like Eight Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter, and it's a pretty old show. And I liked it as a kid, but now watching it back, it's very much like the same thing where it's like the dad doesn't know anything. The mom was stay at home. Now she's returning back to her job, so the dad has to take care of everything, but he's like very clueless with his kids and everything. Like he was always very like, "Oh, it's the mom's job to do this." And it's like it's not funny anymore. Like watching it back, it's just like, wow, so much has really changed in the last like 10, 15 years that like
Mhm.
what was funny then isn't funny now. And the fact that he took something that was like I don't know, I don't want to say archaic humor, but just like not relevant right now and try to like
It's archaic. Call it what it is.
yeah, like and just like try to do a set with that like and now like these day and ages. Like, why? Like, there's so many other stuff you could make fun of. Like, maybe like it would be understandable if it was something that was like 15 years ago and it just like resurfaced, but the fact that it's recent kind of sucks.
Funny because the guy Margazzi, he was like, yeah, when COVID happened, I tried to go on Zoom and give like my stand-up stuff. But I realized is that some people don't know how to mute themselves. So they're just talking over his set, and someone was saying like, oh, just this like stupid guy. I think he's giving like a speech or something. I haven't laughed at all. I don't know what he's talking about anymore. I don't know what the topic is. I'm just gonna ignore it. And he was like, that one hurt my feelings a little bit. And he's like, as a comedian, he goes off people's laughter. And he's like, but when everyone is on mute, like he can't hear anything. He's just talking silently to a computer.
Yeah. There was like we had like a magician in last summer for work and stuff, and he was like pretty good. He was like a Zoom musician and every not musician, magician, and there was just like little kids who would join their parents to watch, but they would just unmute themselves and just start like babbling in gibberish, and then the like magician would be like, yep, sounds good.
Aw.
But it was kind of cool though because he made this guy like pull like pick cards and stuff, and then he called the number that like the each card was. So if they picked like 946 blah 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 blah, like ended up making a phone number. So he called the phone number and the guy picked up the phone. Like the guy who chose the numbers picked up the phone and he was like hello, and it was the magician on the other side.
The call was coming from inside the house.
Inside the Zoom call all along. And it was crazy. I was like, that's so cool. Like I'm hoping that guy wasn't like a plant or something, but like he was like shook.
Okay, what's your beef or crush of the week?
Oh, I didn't really think about this.
You told me it was me.
Yeah, but like I did you last week. You watched last week's episode. It was me and Maggie, I guess debating, and I ended up winning. Spoiler, but there was one in particular at the very end. It was social media caused more harm than good, and my argument was much better than Maggie's, and I still lost that round. So like my beef is not even with Kathy. I think she did a wonderful job judging, and I don't distrust her opinion at all, but I still deserve to win that round. And this
Oh
entire
my God.
week, I have been asking our friends, like I've been bringing it up constantly about like Maggie's argument versus mine and getting their take on it, on whether who should have won that debate. And like, yes, I won. And it's not about that. It's about the principle of the argument. Because every other argument was like, oh, this could have gone both ways. But that argument, I'm positive I won. But on the bright side, all of our friends agreed with me and they said I won. So I guess like
This is called being a sore winner. She literally won the war. She lost one little battle. We all know I'm bad at arguing, and she's still like, no, I will not rest until my opponent is crushed into the ground. We went out for lunch like last week, and literally lunch was ruined because she just wanted to keep arguing and bringing it up, and I made her call Jordan too, but then I regretted it instantly because, loyal listeners out there, if you remember episode 3 when we had Jordan come on to see who knew Wanda best, Jordan won by a landslide, and he was still like, I want to recount. So these two are perfect for each other. They are both sore winners. Jordan, if you're listening, thanks for being on my side. You're still a sore winner though.
he wasn't on your side.
He was on my side about that you need to pick your battles.
Yeah, and me and Maggie rarely disagree on anything. Like we are the type of people who constantly agree with each other. We will say things and the other person will be like, "Oh my God, you read
We
my
bounce
mind."
off each other.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like once we disagree on something, it's bound to be like a big disagreement. Although this is not like the
This is like not big at all.
this is the type of fights that you're supposed to have in a relationship, the ones that don't really mean anything. But I hope you guys get a taste of what like Prabby and Maggie's relationship really is. So like they're like the parents who bicker about anything. And it's always the dumbest stuff. As like a third party listener, you're always like, why are they even bickering about that? Like, who cares about that? Why are you like, and then they just go off and then they just like forget about it. And then a few like minutes later, they'll go back to bickering again. So like, I hope you get a taste of that today.
Okay. So as a disclaimer, I forgot to mention this, we have our special guest Prabby joining us. Prabby is both our mutual friend. We've known him for a very long time. He is the most fashionable man I know, maybe most fashionable person I know.
Mm.
And we bicker a lot about dumb things. Let me give you an example of what we argue about. Last time he was saying, no, we were talking about babies, swimming in general, and he was saying you can just throw a baby in a pool and they would swim. And I said, yes, I've seen videos of this. I would personally not do this. And he said, but you could. And I said, yes, I know I could, but I don't want to. I personally do not want to. And we just kept yelling about this, but repeating ourselves over and over as if the other person did not understand or spoke English. We have argued a lot about other serious things, but you'll see for yourself later.
Yeah, my contribution to that argument was that, yeah, babies can float, but they float upside down, like face down. And Maggie said that was not floating. But it is.
Yeah, you'll drown it.
It's floating because technically you're floating on top of the water. You don't need to be breathing to be floating.
It's dead starfish. If I saw someone like that, I would assume they're dead.
Yeah, but they're floating. They're floating. Floating
body.
Okay, 1 second. Definition of floating.
You just have to be right all the time, huh?
Buoyant or suspended in water or air. So
okay,
they are buoyant.
You be a horrible lifeguard, okay?
Oh yes, the child is not dead, it's just floating in the water.
Okay. Just know, listeners, that if you're out there floating upside down, Wanda will not save you. She will just assume you're alive and having fun.
Please put a sign on the back of your back saying, I am floating for fun or I'm floating for death. Please indicate your intentions.
I will have the sign with me whenever I go swimming. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what's expected. Anyways, moral of the story, my beef of the week is that I was in fact right. Kathy, I still love you. I don't blame you at all. I blame Maggie. What's your beef?
I did a 2-in-1. My beef of the week is still Nate Bargatze. But I want to drop some like cool stand-up comedians who I think are really great. Taylor Tomlinson. She has a great quarter-life crisis special on Netflix. Highly recommend it. Tig Notaro, pretty great. I laugh every time I listen to her. She's so deadpan, like me. I'm not deadpan, JK. Sometimes I think I am, but no, self-bias and everything. John Mulaney again, all 3 specials, pretty great. Pete Davidson's special, not too bad either. I still don't get how he can pull so many hot girls. Like, he must have a really great personality.
Oh, we watched I sent Maggie the Suicide Squad 2 trailer this week, and Pete can get it. Like, even Jordan was saying, he was like, I really like this hairstyle on guys. And like, with the whole like sunken eyes and everything, like, he really pulls it off. So,
is this what Jordan's gonna do next?
Yeah, except he can't grow dark hair, so it doesn't really work.
Pete Davidson's hair is like bleached blonde.
Yeah, it's bleached blonde with dark roots.
Oh shit, really? I thought it was like bleach blonde.
But like, I think his hair was like, because he's in prison, right, in the trailer, so like, I guess his hair grew out a little bit, and then he couldn't get them retouched up because again, he's in prison. But like, Jordan can't grow dark hair to have dark roots, so it'd be blonde, like bleach blonde, dark roots, and then his natural blonde as it grows out.
Yeah, that trailer is pretty great. John Cena's hilarious in it.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't find him attractive, but I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, he plays the same character every single time he's in a movie, which, like, I like it. I like that character for him.
Why fix what's not broken?
Exactly.
Okay, so we are going to be talking about, I don't know how to do this. Fashion. That's so hot. No, that's hot. No, wait, how do I do it?
You have to say it in the Paris Hilton voice.
That was my Paris Hilton voice.
Are you serious? You didn't even try. Your voice didn't even go up an octave.
Wait, how does she say it? You do it.
That's hot. Like, she does like a
I literally just did that.
No, you just said that's hot in Maggie's voice.
Today's topic again, we're talking about fashion. That's hot. Is that a good Paris Hilton
No,
impression?
more nasally.
Okay, wait. That's hot. Is it haute couture? Is it note couture? We're going to be talking about fashion through the ages of our short lives of 24 plus. We have our special guest, Prabby, joining us. His full name is Prabjab. We call him Prabby because we're close. To you listeners, it will be Prab.
I fully forgot that he had a full name. Like, I have not heard his full name being uttered since high school. It's
But
like,
we're going to be talking about fashion. What do we think about each other's fashion? Roast each other a little bit. Play a fun game. It'll be some fun, some hot fun. Okay, we are back with our special guest, Prabby. Prabby, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Nice. We have mutually known Prabby for about 10 years now, I think. I think you two know each other a little bit longer than I do. But we all met in high school. We're all the best of friends. We would die for each other, or I would die for both of you guys. Probably not mutual. All good. Prabby is the most fashionable person we know, which is why he is our special guest for this podcast. So, Prabby, tell the people about our fashion style. How would you describe mine and Wanda's?
So I actually thought about this recently, and I didn't know how to best describe it. So I'm gonna start with Maggie. So I see like two different versions of Maggie. One like super casual sweaters, hoodies, and then another one where it's like business casual slash office wear. Those are the only really two types of things I see her wear. And she really likes her cardigans and sweaters. That's what like the first thing that came into my head is that she's always wearing a cardigan. So I don't know how to describe that. Okay, not right now, obviously. You knew I was gonna say this, so you changed. But I
it's
don't like.
really,
Do you agree, Wanda? She always has like cardigans and like a layer on her shirt.
it's really funny because the other day I was just telling Maggie that she looks really good in sweaters that are buttoned down. And so she's like, "You mean cardigans?" I'm like, "Yeah, basically." And she's like, "Oh, so I only look good in cardigans?"
But that's like 50% of her wardrobe,
I
no?
know, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's just she likes her
You
cardigans.
just realized that you described the style of a 40-year-old woman.
Like that's okay. Well, I guess you said it yourself. You said it yourself. It wasn't me.
I'm either casual or I'm office getting ready to go into the office, 40-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's everything else I've seen you wear. It's hard to put like a style name on it. So I don't know. That's the best I could come up with. Wanda is kind of the same, but not so much office wear. Wanda loves her hoodies. She's always wearing a hoodie, no matter where we go. She's wearing that hoodie she's wearing right now. But like, I also don't see Wanda very often outside of like going to eat to a restaurant. So I
Yeah.
don't know what she wears. Like,
And I
don't.
always wear my eating pants to
Yeah.
restaurants, which is
So I was
usually
like,
sweatpants.
I've never actually seen Wanda wear anything that often that I can remember. Like I'm sure I have the few times we've gone out somewhere, but I couldn't remember anything. So I don't know. I'm sorry.
Um, as a disclaimer, whenever we hang out, like we go to a restaurant or we're at each other's houses, so we're usually wearing like pretty comfy clothes because we want like maximum food consumption. Or if we're just like chilling at someone's house, like we're not gonna look our greatest. We're gonna be comfortable and casual. But Prabby is always on point. Me and Wanda are just like what you see is what you get. We're comfortable with you. That's how you know we're really friends with you, also, if we're that comfortable. So really take it as a compliment.
Yeah, but also we literally talked about how we used to wear like sweatpants 5 days in a row to school. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. What you see is what you get, okay? So we want to talk about some first impressions too. Prabby, to clarify, you do not remember meeting us.
I don't remember meeting you. I remember meeting Wanda because she stole my poutine. Like me meeting you, it kind of just looks like a fade of like grade 9 and 10. I don't remember meeting you.
I
It's
remember
like a
as clear as
blur.
day.
Okay, please
You
tell me.
asshole. How dare you?
Okay, well, how was
See,
it?
this just goes back to my high school thing where everyone knew Wanda, no one knew anyone else.
It was the opposite. I feel like it was the opposite. Everyone knew Maggie.
See?
Everyone knew
Thank you.
Wanda.
No.
Anyways, so I met Prabby in grade 9 science. I felt like he already knew almost everyone in the class, but like you were really close with like two other people in there. Like you guys were like super solid, and I was like, wow, that's a good group of friends. Like they know each other. I'm the only one who like doesn't know anyone, and I wanted to be friends with you guys. Um, and then I think I met like Nikki first, because I think like she was like super friendly, super nice to me. I messaged her about a penny lab, and then like I would come talk to you guys, and then I bought a poutine and I had offered you guys some, and you guys all said no, and I was like, okay, it's cool. And then I think Nikki had asked us to join you guys for lunch. So then we started hanging out.
Wow.
You guys
Both our
remember these
stories.
things?
Both
Yeah,
our
I
stories
remember.
started with
Like,
poutines.
Yeah, and I was like, I thought Nikki and Prabby like had a thing where like one of them was obsessed with each other, but then they
we're
were like, no, we're
cousins.
cousins. But they're not actually cousins. They just
Yeah,
told
but that
everyone.
was a lie they told for all 4 years of high school.
I think it was a good lie though, because people kept saying things like, "Oh, they're gonna date," or like
Yeah.
they're like obsessed with each other, and that was probably like the easiest thing to get people off their back.
Yep.
Mine
I still don't know how
was
you remember this.
so we visited Bateman for something in grade 8, and like when I went, my family friend's class also went, and she was friends with Prabby at that time. And then she like introduced us, and Prabby was carrying a poutine, and I was,
Two actually.
oh my god, okay, so now I don't feel as bad for taking some. So yeah, I guess he was carrying, yeah, that you remember, but you don't remember the first time meeting Maggie. So he was carrying two poutines, and I was like, "Oh, can I have some?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." But like, he was like, even then, he was like pretty tall, very baby face, like beard, no beard, like face was very round and everything. Like he was adorable.
Anyway, overall, I think we had good first impressions of Prabby.
Yeah, I mean, he was the man with the food, and that was
Yeah.
pretty
Yes.
consistent for all years of high school. Like he constantly had food with him from the cafeteria.
It's like eat really slow, and then everyone always takes it.
Yeah, well, you always offer it. It wasn't like we were just like taking
Yeah,
it.
no,
You...
I'm not. I'm just saying it as like everyone always takes it, but like I don't care. So
Yeah,
I
this
like
is...
sharing my food. It's
Dude,
not a negative thing.
your background is literally a jungle right now.
Even my hoodie's green. And no, you probably can't tell, but it's
You have
green.
such an aesthetic like
Yeah,
background.
it's a good backdrop.
Thank
Yeah.
you. See, even there's a mirror, you can see what's in front of me too.
Wow, more
Did
plants.
you notice that? See, look, you can see my
Oh,
my arms
I
in the
thought it
back.
was just a
Yeah.
painting.
You don't need to prove
No.
that to me. You're good. So Prabby's fashion sense, I would say it's pretty good. Wanda, how would you describe his fashion sense?
So, I describe Prabby's fashion sense as, I know we don't support him at all, but he is most like G-Eazy. I remember this one time in Zara, we were shopping and Prabby pulled up his like Instagram and was like, "Hey, you've never heard of like, or you've never seen how G-Eazy dresses?" And I was like, "No, I haven't." And then he like showed me the Instagram. I'm like, oh, "Holy crap, this is exactly how you dress." And like ever since then, if anyone asks me like how would you describe it, like that's how I would describe it, even though he's a shitty person.
That's so niche.
To be
It,
fair, I only have one leather jacket.
but it's not just the leather. It's like
I know, but I feel like that's his iconic look.
it's
Is
the
like
bowling shirt with the t-shirt underneath, the skinny jeans, the like that's G-Eazy to me.
Yeah.
he's also pretty skinny, so I guess I
Yeah.
can. Yeah, it's easier to replicate a lot of
But
his outfits.
you're way more handsome than G-Eazy, and you're
Yeah.
way better than G-Eazy.
Thank you.
I think Prabby, I think it helps that you have like a lean figure, so like you can like pull off like a lot of looks. Like it ranges a lot. Like I can't put a name on your style, but it's like very cool. It's like what I try to dress my brother in too, but he doesn't.
I try not to stick to a certain style. It's difficult. And I think in the past few years, I'm gonna ignore the past year because COVID and I haven't actually had time to try out a lot of new clothes. But I always wanted to, like as a goal, to have as many different kinds of styles as possible. and not just be like one thing, you know, like that's the like not just one go-to style. It's like I'm feeling like this today, I feel like this today, and then find clothes that kind of work with me, and then also the personality that I feel that day. Because I feel like I'm moody a lot. So like me wearing something yesterday, I might not like it today. So I don't know.
I know you say that, but like your closet's
Yeah,
kind of like very much the
yeah.
same.
I liked, yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's like the goal, but it's definitely not like reality, you know.
Because like
So
if I imagine you, pants wise, you're either wearing skinny jeans with rips in them, or you're wearing like the ABC pants from Lululemon. Tops, I would say you're either in like just like some kind of t-shirt with like a cardigan, or some kind of like bowling shirt, long sleeve bowling shirt, thin material, button up with a t-shirt underneath. Jacket wise, I would say like the jean jacket is like what you usually wear. And then like I don't know if your shoes are usually like Stan Smiths.
yeah, that's where my go-to. I don't know. I have a lot of clothes, and then
You
a
just don't
lot.
wear
I
them.
I just it's hard because I'm like, do I don't know. It's like finding an outfit that works, and then actually like finding an occasion to wear it, because I like it's always not appropriate to wear, like we're going out to dinner and I'm like wearing this like stupid thing, like it just doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Like I have bought a lot of pants recently that I haven't worn, because that was one of the things that I was like, yeah, I don't actually have a lot of pants that are like not jeans, not like Lululemon ABC, um, but just like pants. There's been a lot of recent additions to my closet, so
I
hopefully I'll
think
get the chance to wear them.
this is why I was telling Maggie the other day that we should host like a semi-formal like dinner party, so I can finally wear all the outfits that are like way too, I guess, formal for like casual wear, and I have nowhere to wear them to because like we don't go anywhere. And also not enough people have weddings, so
We will change every 30 minutes at the semi-formal.
yeah.
Really
It's
maximize
it's
our
a
closet.
fashion show.
Okay, so Prabby, so to summarize, you're basically saying that you dress depending on your mood.
I say I'd like to, but it's not reality right now. I'm still trying to figure out what I like, and I feel
Okay.
like it's ever changing, and that's fine. I feel like
Yeah,
you
I think
should
I think that's
kind
how we
of,
should approach
yeah.
fashion. So Wanda, what is your approach when it comes to dressing yourself?
Um, I like to go with hobo chic.
Nice.
Um, I think it's very much like okay, well, during COVID, I don't like I very rarely even put on jeans. I went through and tried on all my old jeans just to see if they still fit because it's been that long since I've worn them. Um, Mostly spend most of my time in like sweatpants, hoodies. Sometimes they don't match. Like I sometimes wear a red hoodie with burgundy sweatpants, but I mean
Hot.
like it's fine as long as I don't stay outside in it for too long. I'm like whatever. Um, when I do dress up, I feel like I don't know, like jean wise, like I range from skinny jeans to mom jeans to straight jeans. Um, my go-to has also been like leggings. I believe leggings are in fact pants. So you will catch me all the time in Lululemon leggings. Um, I don't know, athleisure, hobo chic, and going to the club. That's I guess my three styles. Oh, also
Yeah,
Apple Watch with formal outfit. That's my fourth one.
I will wear my Fitbit on the day I get married.
Yes,
I,
I
I
let
have
me
to
see
wear
what my
it.
heart rate is right now when I'm saying my vows.
I think Wanda's description of her style was pretty accurate,
Oh, thank
actually.
you. I don't know how I feel about that because I called myself hobo chic,
No,
but
but it's like it's not like hobo. It's just like casual, like wear. Like I see what you're trying to say.
thank you. I
I
hope I
think,
painted the picture.
yeah, I think like whenever I see you, I'm like, oh, like that's really nice on you, or like it suits you. Like you wear, I think like what makes you comfortable, or like what makes you
Hmm.
feel confident. And when I see you, I'm always like, oh yeah, like she's so confident. Like that's who I want to be. I want to be Wanda too.
I get the wear what you think is most comfortable from my dad. He also
Nice.
spends every day in sweatpants. I think he like instilled that to me as a kid. He's always like, "Oh, you should always be purchasing clothes to be the most comfortable in." And like I've slowly regressed further and further into that comfy category, and it's very hard to pull myself out of. Cuz like going from sweatpants to jeans is like
Ugh.
mm-mm. Especially
No.
like now with like high-waisted pants, like especially when you eat, like because it's on your stomach, like you're very constricted and like that sucks.
Yeah, but I'm like, I need that high-waisted look though, because
Yeah.
sweatpants, like it's great when you go out to eat, but high-waisted, like I'm not like a skinny person. I need to conceal all that. You know what I mean? High-waisted pants, that's the reason why.
The only time I wear like sweatpants and a hoodie out is if I'm like not going to see someone I know.
Wow.
Not that I don't like what it looks like. It's just like it just feels better knowing like get ready to go out, like gonna see my friends. I try to make like a thing out of it, especially during COVID, because like we don't actually get to go out much.
Mhm.
So it's just like it feels. It's not more about the clothes. It's more about like
Impress us.
not impress us, but like
It's a special
it's like
occasion.
it's a thing. Like it's like
Yeah.
a like it makes me feel better about like going out, like doing something. It's more fun. So
I feel that.
Maggie,
I
what
feel that.
about you?
I think it's pretty similar to you, like hobo chic. I think I'm way more I think I straddle the lines between homeless looking and like casual wear a lot because like I work for my mom a lot, so like I generally like the clothes I wear will get dirty like right away. So I don't care if my clothes match or not. I'm just gonna wear whatever's comfortable, whatever's quickest to put on. And like that has kind of carried over to like my personal life sometimes where like my friends will see me and my clothes will be covered in sauce and like they're so nice and no one points it out, but like guys, I look like garbage. Why did you let me come see you? Um and I think like Prabby's right too. Like I dress a lot like I'm going into the office, like casual
Mm.
wear. Like, that's business casual. That's me.
I think I think that's just like us seeing you like as you're coming back from work. So it's not like you dress like you're going to the office. It's because you're actually going to work. You know.
No,
So
I no, if so if someone like if there was like a semi-formal dance in high school, I would have fully like if Maggie went back to high school right now as her, I would fully expect her to be in like wearing business casual clothes instead of actually like wearing some kind of like semi-formal dress. Like that's how I would describe her because it's like like she's always business casual in the sense of like she wears like a nice top and usually jeans underneath. Black
It's funny.
jeans.
Even that's my go-to when I go clubbing too. When I go clubbing, I wear a nice top and jeans. Like what I wear to the club is what I probably wear to work. Okay, how my approach to fashion is if I feel like dressing up, I will. But I think like I have days where I'm like, ugh, like things look bad on me. Or I'll have days where I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna try out something new. Like complete, let's see if like it fits my vibe today. Um, and I think I've always had like a weird relationship with fashion where I try to pull off trendy things, but it does not work on me. And people will tell me that, but I'm like, no, fuck it. I'm gonna wear whatever I want, which is good. But also I need to know what looks good on me. It's delusional. That's what I am.
People tell you when things don't look good on you, just like unprompted.
Oh yeah, like you
No.
guys and my mother.
Okay, mostly your mother. I
how
don't
often
think
have
we
I
do
said
it that often.
something?
Yeah, like I'm
When have
pretty
I
sure
said
we
something?
don't.
I mean, I might have said it like once or twice
Way
if you
before.
asked.
I can go pull out the shirts right now. I know exactly
Yeah,
what you
but
Well,
it's
but like, did you
usually
ask the opinion,
yeah,
or was it
exactly.
like
no.
I
List
don't?
one time.
Yeah, let's. Yeah,
Okay,
Maggie.
I have this white ruffle shirt, and you said to me that shirt does not look good on you. And this was already 2 hours in, and I was like, fuck, I can't go home and change,
Okay,
buddy.
I think the only time I would say that if it was like actually doesn't look good, like if it looked okay, I would never say anything.
I
But
think
if it was
it's
like you
okay on
shouldn't
me.
be out right now wearing that, like I feel like I owe it to you as a friend to say something.
We were already 2 hours into dinner, and I was like, we are like cities away. I cannot go home and change. It's too late. You should have said this to me when I got in the car.
In my defense, I don't remember this.
I remember everything. Forgive but never forget.
I don't remember that ruffle shirt.
Should I go do a quick costume change?
Oh, Maggie also likes ruffles a lot. I noticed that.
Yeah, my
She
brother says I look like I'm 40 when I wear ruffles.
Yeah.
So Prabby's like description of you was accurate then.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I'm trying to not be like that. So I think like the cool trends and stuff, I'm trying to stay more on top of and like wear things that are like more not risky, but like more outside of my comfort zone. Because like, yeah, I love fashion. Yeah, I love being comfortable, but sometimes I'm too comfortable. Which is not bad too
No
if you don't
such
want to
thing.
be comfortable. Yeah, there's no such thing, but like, I don't know. I'm going outside. I want to feel good. I want to look good, you know.
It's kind of nice though for like at least females right now that like full on sweatsuits are coming back, I
Mhm.
guess, as like a fashion item. So it's like athleisure and like being comfortable is coming back, and I think that's great.
Yeah. I think I think from a young age too, I tend to go for like neutrals and dark colors. Like
Mm.
I my mom tells me a lot that I dress like a 40-year-old. And that's
I
probably
don't
why I get taken for 40.
I don't like bright colors. Like my closet is very dark and one note, and like I'm very okay with that. Like I don't like graphics all that much, and I don't like anything that's like weirdly patterned. Like I'm like simplicity.
It's so hard to reuse like pieces in different outfits because it's like they stand out so much. So it's like if you wear the same thing like twice a week, it's like, oh, I remember that because it's like it's like a pattern or color thing. So I used to always have black and like neutrals and stuff like that as well, but I've been trying to get more patterns and colors. But like I agree, it's hard. It's not easy.
I'm
It's like
like a main character in a cartoon where they open their closet and it's like the same shirt and pants and shoes combo. I have three pair if not counting the broken, I have three pairs of Converse, white Converse, low tops, exact same, but I have them in case my like the ones that I'm wearing, like something happens, like a hole comes into it, gets too dirty, whatever, so I can just switch into the new pair of Converse. Like that's how like that's my closet.
Cool. So let's talk about fashion and like fashion during our different life stages. So what was like fashion to you guys in middle school? So like from grades 6 to 8, how did you guys dress? How did you find the style? What was cool back then? Wanda, start us off.
Hollister and Abercrombie. And how far they have fallen from grace, because back in my middle school you weren't cool unless you wore like Hollister and Abercrombie stuff, and like back then it wasn't cheap, so like trying to buy new clothes like sucked because they were all like 40-50 dollars for shirts and like shorts and everything, which is insane. And then like going into the store and like having to smell like the cologne that they sprayed everywhere in the dark and the gloomy like atmosphere and everything, not great.
That was their version of mustard gas.
Yes.
It was so rough. You had to like use a flashlight. One graphic T-shirt with the word Hollister on it was like $50.
Hmm. But I was like decked out. Like I had like a like I when I was looking for middle school pictures back when we did like the episode on underage, I stumbled on like pictures of me in like Hollister shirt, Hollister like shorts and everything. Like it was a whole thing.
so would you say you were the popular kid because you
I
had
was
all
not.
those?
I tried.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Um, I think like when you wore Hollister and Abercrombie, people are like, "Oh my God, you're so cool. You were really cool." And whenever someone point like I'm like super weird with brand names and stuff, even back then. So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, you're wearing Abercrombie, Hollister. Oh, that's so cool." And people would always compliment me on my clothes, even though it was just a generic Hollister t-shirt, a generic Abercrombie t-shirt. They're like, "Wow, Maggie dresses so nice." And I'm like, "Wow, brand names will get you far in middle school."
Shirt with a logo. Yes, style. Like style fashion wasn't a thing at all in middle school. Not like in my middle school, just for me, like just never, I never really thought about it. I just wore whatever my mom bought for me. And I feel like that was a thing up until like mid high school, at least. So I can't really say anything for myself. I don't even remember what I wore then. It's probably some like just generic t-shirts or pants. So
It
definitely
was
not anything brand name.
like the other thing I remember was Aeropostale. Like it was kind of like the cheaper version of
Yeah.
Hollister and Abercrombie, but like people always were like they looked down on Aeropostale because it wasn't as like brand name. Like it was like mid tier or even like low tier. The other thing I really remember was like guys always used to wear American Eagle boxers, and they would like have it like when like sticking out of their pants and everything, but it was like very like much
Why was that a
branded.
thing?
Yeah, I don't know, but all the guys in my middle school did that.
It was so gross because guys like they couldn't run properly during recess. They would run and like their pants would fall down, and all you see is like that American Eagle boxers, but girls would really like that.
Yeah. Ugh.
Not me. I am not girls. I'm joking. But I think like what you're saying, Prabby, I think is true for a lot of guys. For even my brothers, like my mom dressed them well into their almost 20s. Like the clothes that they would wear, they'll just like they don't really care about fashion. They're just gonna wear like whatever they pull out. They don't care if it matches.
Mhm.
So I think it was cool that you got your own, like you grew into your own fashion sense.
I mean, like I cared what I looked like, I guess. I mean, like everyone does, but it's like it was never like to the point of like have to buy this brand. It just I never thought about that. So
So lucky.
it was more like, is this clean? Does this fit? And like the basics.
So moving on to high school, like how did you guys see fashion change there?
Honestly, it was mostly the same. Like,
Mhm.
especially in grade 9 and stuff, still, like, there's pictures of Maggie in grade 9 with like Hollister and Abercrombie. And like, same with me. Like, I could pull out like a bunch of selfies that we have together where I was still wearing Hollister. And I guess that's hard too, because it's like not much, like, there's not that many years that went by between like when we ended middle school and we started high school, right? So like firstly, a lot of the clothes still fit, so you're gonna wear those. The trend didn't go away, and like I don't really remember, like, I guess there was like the change from middle school to like high school would have been like flare jeans to like bell bottoms to like skinny jeans. Like skinny
Yeah.
jeans became more of a thing in high school. um I started
Flared
wearing more.
yoga pants.
They're called flared leggings now, right?
They were just called yoga pants back in the day.
Yeah, I don't like them. Like, well, like I had a pair. I had a pair of like TNA yoga pants, which was like the big thing back in the day. Like, but it was not great because I have shorter legs than like most people, so they would like kind of drag on the floor a little bit if I wore the wrong shoe. So then you get like that like gross bottom on like, because they're flared, right? So you can't really like tuck you, if you tuck them in, it's kind of weird. So it's like you get that grossness on it, and then like the Uggs, the flared yoga pants with like the Uggs and everything, like that was a look. Very basic. Our high school was very basic.
Do you guys remember those like that trend of like skate shoes?
Oh, DC,
Really?
DC
Yeah, things
shoes.
like that, like
Mm.
those like flat bottom like
I've
skateboarding
never
shoes.
I never liked them.
Oh, I had so many pairs of DCs. Like I used to
Like
go
they
to
were
Winners.
super oversized. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I would just get them like grade 5, grade 6, big. I had like
Even
people,
into like a little bit of high school, I would say.
yeah,
They
people like
definitely fell off
guys.
pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember I had a pair of like lime green like and white DCs. I had a pair of like black and pink DCs. Like that, I can't believe I forgot about that. That was such a, I don't want to say iconic look, but like
They didn't even look nice. I don't know why so
They
many
did
like
not look.
not nice looking things were in trend.
oh. But I guess like it's kind of nice that we weren't old enough, like in the early 2000s, where whale tails was a huge thing. Like, can you imagine if we were 20 years, like we're this aged in the 2000s and we had to go through that like that era of like bad fashion choices? That was
To the
bad.
listeners, can you define what whale tail is?
Um, I don't want to.
I'm
It's
gonna Google this really quick.
It's essentially when you're wearing a thong and really low rise jeans.
That's the other thing from high school though, crop tops starting coming in like like when we were in, I'm probably in like 2015, 16 is when they really started coming into like mainstream fashion, where like everything became cropped. There's no such thing as full length clothes anymore.
But yeah, you're right. Like I personally do not like crop tops because I do not have a flat stomach. I do not want to be looking like Winnie the Pooh out here. It's it's tough and like they're still in, but now you just have to like, okay, I'll wear like super high-waisted pants now. I gotta wear this crop top. It's cute. I gotta be trendy. Hey, bring back normal length t-shirts or shirts in general. Why do hoodies need to be cropped?
Hmm.
I just want to buy a normal hoodie. I'm on TikTok fashion right now and I go on Pinterest a lot too. So I see like what all the millennials are wearing and all the Gen Zs. And they're kind of like that, like their sense of fashion changed so much, but they all start to kind of look the same a little bit. Like their cool trendy styles with sweater vests or like layering things or like wearing spaghetti tops or whatever, it kind of looks weird. And I think it only works for them because they're like super skinny and and really skinny people can wear anything because they look great in it. But if any other body sizes tried to wear it, it'd be tough. So I think body sizes is a really important topic too when we talk about fashion.
But I think the thing with seeing fashion online is you only see the good looking people. So you might see like the popular TikTok kids, or like you don't know what happens in like actual high schools or like actual schools, so it's like it's hard to know what like real kids are wearing.
Yeah.
I assume they're just wearing like a toned down or like similar thing of what like 20 and 30-year-olds are also wearing. Like, because they try to copy like people our age, right? Like, so I assume it's mostly the same, which is kind of weird.
What about like fashion trends in university? There was no fashion trends for me. I'll be honest right here. I just wear sweatpants.
Yeah, me too. Got really big into, well, like early years, I got really big into like root sweatpants. So I had like numerous pairs. I actually have like 6 different pairs of gray, like salt and pepper root sweatpants. I've like worn because I have like bigger thighs, so like they chafe in the middle, and then because like they chafe, it like rubs and like there's holes in the middle, and then I can't wear them anymore.
That was happening to my pants. Oh
Yeah,
my god. I'm so glad there's a reason now.
You guys are so buff.
it's literally
Big
like
thighs.
it sucks. Like
Big.
chafing is one of the worst things to happen. Like, and like when there's holes in them, you can't wear them outside, so you just wear them around the house until you can't wear them around the house anymore because the hole's too big. Then it's weird. Um, yeah, that's unfortunate. And then Birkenstocks. I got really into in university for some reason. I'm big on socks with Birkenstocks. I'm sorry. I have like 3 different pairs. What else was there in university?
I never liked Birkenstocks. I thought they looked like they smell bad and they look like you look homeless. I know they're really expensive, but they did not look comfortable.
I don't like sandals in general. I don't like showing my feet.
Oh, I love sandals.
I like sandals, but like tasteful
It's like a weird foot thing. Like, no, thank you.
Oh, I don't like feet in the winter. If I see feet when you're not supposed to see feet, I find them gross. But like in the summer and everything, I'm okay with them.
You have to consult with Wanda to see if it's acceptable to show your feet or not.
You should not be showing your feet in the winter anyways. You should not be wearing sandals outside during the winter. I think that's a good general rule, especially if you're in Canada. I think like university sweaters became a really big thing for me. I got my first one in first year, and then like I continued to buy more because like even though they're so overpriced, I don't know why. Like I just got so used to wearing them.
I love my university sweaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like after high school, a lot of the clothes I bought were, I guess when I kind of started having more disposable income to actually buy stuff that I wanted. But I was too stupid to actually know what was good, like what would look nice. So I ended up just buying a lot of like H&M, Zara, like a lot of cheap things. That just half of them I don't wear this anymore because like they're just such bad quality. So I wouldn't really say there was like a particular style. Just a lot of like experimenting, which is fine. And then not up until like 2 or 3 years ago would I say I really kind of found what I like. I'm kind of happy with my current style. So yeah, not even anything in like after high school. So only like the past 2 or 3 years.
The first few years of university was definitely like the bad decision, kind of like bad quality, buying everything kind of thing. Forever 21 was a big thing for females, and their quality sucks. They actually went bankrupt in Canada a year ago. They're slowly coming back just like as an online store now, but they sold the worst quality things, but like everyone shopped there. It's kind of different, but like how I guess like if you were in a relationship, would you style the other person?
Yes.
Like even what if they dressed well?
Not like forcibly.
I think I would buy them stuff. Be like, okay, I think you look great in this.
Maybe it's just because like I always like having a second opinion, so I just assume everyone else always likes having a second opinion. Because I always second guess my decision. I'm like, I think this looks good, and then the next day I'm like, I think this looks bad. So I'm like, which is it? Like, does it look good? Does it look bad? So like, it's nice to have someone that's like, yes or no. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely have opinions, but
Like, would you buy them things, or would you be like, "Hey, I need you to revamp your outfit, revamp your
no, I
closet"?
wouldn't be like, here, I bought this for you. It's like, let's go buy something, just like for fun.
I
No,
think,
not like, oh, your closet's bad. Like we
yeah,
need to like
I
that's like a
agree.
little bit much because like at the end of the day, they're just clothes. So like if the person doesn't really care, like who are you to just like force things on them to like force them to dress better?
I think, yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't force it on them. I would just buy them things, be like, I think this would look great on you. Or if we're shopping or something, I'd be like, hey, this looks great. Go with this. Um, but maybe once you get comfortable enough, you could start dressing them because I know like my brother and my sister-in-law, like well, she does that for him.
What if their closet did suck?
I mean,
Let's
if they acknowledge
cross
it and we're
that
like,
bridge when we get
yeah,
there.
if they're like, my closet sucks, I need help, it's
But
like
they
one
didn't.
thing.
What if you like you just didn't like what they like? What if they're like excellent person,
Like,
perfect for you, but you just didn't like love their closet?
Wait,
well,
Wanda, are you
like,
trying to say that you do this to Jordan?
I do. I did. So when like Jordan didn't I didn't like the jeans that he used to wear, and I think that was the fundamental problem with everything that
because he
his
has
okay.
mental problems because he
These are
wears
all your
shit.
problems for his
Just
jeans.
telling
Okay,
Jordan.
so it was his shoes plus it was mostly the jeans. The shoes would have been okay if the jeans worked. It was just like they weren't flattering jeans. And like he would always wear like there was like two pairs that he'd rotate between and a third that like wasn't great, but none of them were that great in the first place. And like they just weren't flattering. And like because of the jeans, it made everything else look worse. So you needed to buy jeans, but then he also needed to buy shoes. So then you need to find the shoes first to like match the jeans. So he bought shoes and a pair that like I was like, oh yeah, these are nice and everything. And then jeans where it was like I let him be part of the process as well, where I was like, hey, these are nice. And then he's like, okay, I'll try them on. And then he tried on like five different pairs and he ended up choosing two. But like doesn't he look better now? Like I know you guys never saw him before, but like don't you think he at least like dresses like a little bit better now than he used to?
I have nothing to compare to.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I don't see him very often either. But I think like jeans with jeans specific, like you would think there would be like they would be like a really easy thing to just buy like a nice pair, but jeans are really
Yeah.
difficult. Like they all kind of look the same, but they also really don't look so many different styles, so many different fits. Like even like a slight change in color just makes the
Mm-hmm.
jeans.
Mhm.
I think like jeans can or like the pants that you wear can really make the outfit. I think the shirt that you wear or the top doesn't really matter. I think it's the pants and the shoes that are the like the piece de la resistance. Like when I look at a guy, I know how put together he is by looking at his shoes.
I think you can get away with getting just like having like one pair of like pants that just go with everything, and same with shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And they will make, yeah, they make or break the outfit. But like you can get away with just like one of each, and like you can just wear that with every outfit and it would work. So like it's just finding that like one pair, I think.
Black jeans. You need
Yeah,
one good
you just
pair of
need to
black
find a
jeans.
pair that fits, that like works, and you can just wear it with everything, and
Yeah.
it'll make everything look good no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So, and just wear like a white pair of sneakers. That's all you
Yes.
need.
That's
That's like
okay.
that's
Yeah.
like every outfit can just start with black jeans and white
And nice pair
sneakers.
of white sneakers, clean white.
100%.
So, do you have any advice for people who struggle with fashion or clothes? I know we talked about this, like white shoes, black jeans. What else would you guys say?
Okay, I think one of the big things is definitely fit. Um, if something doesn't fit on you, no matter how expensive or nice it is, it's not gonna look good. So like you have to be aware of like your body, what will fit on it. And even if like you can't get things that fit you, like go out and get them fitted. Like you can tailor things. I'd say a pretty reasonable price, but fit makes the biggest difference in the way anything looks on you. So do you agree, Wanda?
Yeah, I mean like if it's like a $20 shirt, I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting it tailored, but
I just mean like then just buying something that like that fits your body, like the correct size. Like sometimes people wear things that are too big or too small,
Yeah, I think,
and just
yeah.
don't realize it. Like knowing how to uh, like look at yourself in the mirror and like know if something fits or not, because it's not easy to do. Like, what is it supposed to look like is also it's a pretty difficult thing. So I think it's like seeing where it's like a shirt is supposed to sit on the shoulders, like how long it's supposed to go down, things like that are pretty important and can be done for free. So you don't
Yeah.
even have to spend a lot of money. Just get the right size.
The general rule that I learned from my dad is that like the line where your sleeve meets the shoulder should sit just on like the outside of your shoulder. Like it shouldn't be like it shouldn't go in more, it shouldn't go out more. So that's how you know that like the shirt fits like your upper body and I guess like going downwards. Like even like a t-shirt, like buying a t-shirt from a different store could fit differently. So
Oh
like
yeah, definitely.
just
Like you
because
have
it's
to
a
find a
plain,
brand
yeah,
that
find a
works with
brand that
you.
works. But also when you find a brand that works, sometimes they change it up on you just because it's a different color or it's a different year. So like don't just keep thinking that you can keep going back to the same brand because you can't.
Start small, start slow. Think just those are just generally pretty basic advice.
Start slow.
Yeah.
Take your time with it. Ask your
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, exactly. Like it's something that takes time. Like you're not going to get there in a year, I would say even.
Yeah.
So it's something that should like grow and develop with you. So
Yeah, I think it's like big shout out there is that like what your fashion sense is now is not going to be what it is in like 6 months or even a year. Because, like, firstly, you're not going to be the same person. And, like, secondly, fashion trends change so quickly. So don't overload your closet with what's in right now. Go for like the timeless kind of pieces, like the pieces that never really go away.
I mean, I would say like wear what makes you comfortable. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you see it and it you think it makes you happy, you don't even need to start small, I think. If it makes you happy, if you feel like you look great, do it. Yes, you should ask people for their advice, but at the end of the day, it's your body, your life. Wear whatever you think you you feel happiest. Like you're only gonna look good when you're confident. I think confidence is a huge thing too with fashion. So if you think you look good, everyone else will think you look good too. I've seen people wear such weird things that I'm like, oh, they pull it off. And not because they're like super skinny. It's because they're just like so happy and confident with who they are. And I think that's gonna take some time to get there, but work on that.
yeah,
Whatever makes you happy.
like I think it's definitely good. Like you don't have to always have someone's approval, but it's like if you know the person you're asking advice from has your best interest like in mind, I think it's good to ask those people.
Yeah.
So like definitely don't want to start down the street and be like, does this look good? Like maybe ask friends who you're close with, who can be honest. And I think it's good for people that like don't genuinely know if things look good on them. I am one like I can't tell if things look good on me or not. Like I need someone's approval, not
Mm-hmm.
approval, but it's like opinion on like, hey, like what is this? Like, do you think this looks good or not? So, but yeah, I think you're right. Like if you're confident in what you're wearing and it's like not something totally crazy, just like yeah, like that works. Confidence is like 80% of like any outfit. So
So, short story, white shoes and black jeans. Long story, confidence.
yes.
So, how do you guys tell people when clothes don't look good on them?
I tell
Mm,
them.
who depends who it is. If it's someone I don't know, I don't know how they'll take uh, like me saying something, I probably won't say anything. If it's like someone I'm comfortable with and it's something that looks really bad, I think I owe it to them to be like, hey, like you need to change. Like this looks bad. Maggie, please go change that white ruffled shirt. But if it's like something that looks okay, like it doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna say anything. So
Yeah.
unless they ask for my opinion. If they ask for my opinion, I'll give them the opinion.
Yeah. If they ask me, I will definitely tell them if it looks good or bad. I'll tell people that something looks good unprompted because I think everyone
Yes.
deserves to hear that. Even if they're a complete stranger, like if it's a cashier, it'd be like, "Oh, I like that shirt" or whatever. Um, if it looks bad, I think it depends on how close I am with that person and how much they really care about fashion in the first place. So if it's someone who doesn't really care at all and they're just like wearing something and I'm like, I'm not going to tell them that it looks bad because I don't care. And like, why would I ruin their day like that? But if it's someone like Maggie or Prabby, like, I'm going to tell them if I don't like what they're wearing. Now I will. I wasn't so much like that in high school.
Yeah, I think I've been like, if I see someone like a stranger in public that I like what they're wearing, I've been like trying more and more to tell them that it's like, hey, like I like what you're wearing. It's really difficult to do because first of all, they're a stranger, and you don't want to be creepy. You don't want to be like, hey, like I like what you're wearing. Like you're trying not to be like that, but you also like they deserve to know if they look right, like they look good or not. Like like you could make their entire week. So
Yeah. Every time someone's told me, I've been like really
I
like
know,
happy.
right?
Like I've thought about it
Mhm.
afterwards. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm so glad she told me and
Like I'm
everything.
gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
Exactly. But like just don't say it in like a creepy way. Like don't be like, "Oh, you look so sexy in that."
You
Like
want to- you look so sexy in your glasses right now. Not anymore. I take it back.
it's just like just be like, "Oh, I like that," or like that looks good on you. Just don't say something like that shirt makes your boobs look good. Like just come on, like don't say stuff like that.
Yeah. Have
Not
people
to
said that to you?
no, 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 no. Like
Oh,
I'm just giving examples. Like this doesn't happen to me. But like I've read things on like the internet where people would like think that it's a compliment, like being like, "Oh, that like those jeans really accentuate like the suppleness of your like of your butt or
Oh, who
something."
says
And
that? Oh
like
my God.
that's people think that's a compliment. It's not a compliment. That's creepy. Don't go there. Say like those are a nice pair of jeans. Those jeans make you look good. And then like etc etc, you know? And if you compliment a girl on a dress and it has pockets, the conversation will always go, it has pockets. And then she gets really excited and she'll show you that the dress has pockets.
I am trying to be better at that. I generally don't like to tell people bad things. I only like to tell people good things, like if they look good.
And I think that's
Um,
not a good friendship.
it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so one-sided. I mean, I'll do it if someone asks, but now I'm trying to be more like, hey, you should consider changing or not changing, but like, oh, that doesn't look great on you. But I feel weird. I feel strong saying
I feel
that. Like,
like
just
okay, what if we say this? Like we expect you to do that because that's like
it's
you
so
know,
mean.
because like I would do the same for you. Like, what would you want your friend to look bad out in public?
Yeah, but like you have to
And
tell
but
me
like
right
knowing
away.
you could have told them, and they could. It's like saying like if something's stuck in their teeth, like would you
Yeah.
you have to say something, right? Because like it might be uncomfortable for you, but it's like why would you do this to them? Like let them continue
But
about their
also,
day.
when we were out to dinner like years ago and you
I
waited
still think you're making this
hours,
up.
we literally went from our city to Toronto 3 hours, and then you were like, that shirt does not look good on you. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would you tell me this
I
now?
apologize for that day that never happened.
Time and place too. I think it's like if you see them walking out of their house and you have time, you can be like, "Hey, that doesn't look great on you." But if it's like 3 hours into something and you can't, like the person can't go change, like maybe that's not the best time to tell them. Maybe like tell them like a few days later, be like, "Oh, remember the shirt you were wearing? I don't know if that looked great on you."
Oh my God. Wanda, do you remember we were at the mall and you were talking about my leggings and you're like, hey, 3 days ago when we were working out together at the gym, your leggings were like see-through. I could see your underwear. And I was like, 3 days later, Wanda, why didn't you tell me then and there?
Because you were in the middle of a set when I realized, and then I completely forgot afterwards.
She was
I would just like to say that at least I told you, and now you don't have to wear those leggings anymore out in public.
Okay, moving on. We're going to play a game called Who Would Wear This? At the start of the round, we're going to list a piece of clothing or an outfit and ask, who is most likely to wear this? For example, who is most likely to sport a whale tail? We will take a few seconds, think about it. For the YouTube viewers, we will be raising a card. For the listeners, we will call it out at the end of the round. There's no win or lose here in this game. Just we can just see who's the worst at fashion. I think I'm probably gonna be the worst one.
This isn't like it's not necessarily who's the worst at fashion. It's more of just like
who would wear this?
yeah, that.
Okay. So number one, who is most likely to sport a whale tail? Again, a whale tail is when you have a thong and you're wearing like low-rise jeans, so your thong's like sticking out and it's like really gross.
Is it out of the three of us?
Out
Yeah.
of the three of us.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Show your card. Wow,
It's pretty
okay.
easy.
How dare you? What does that
Maggie
say
would
about
never.
me?
I wouldn't.
We all
We
said,
all put Wanda.
yeah.
Yes.
So why did we put Wanda, Prabby?
I don't know. It feels like she's just not that she's likely to at all. It's just she's the most likely out of the three of us.
I
So
agree. Wanda, why'd you put yourself?
I think I'm the most scandalous dresser out of the three of us.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
yeah, look at her showing her neck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
I know. I should have wore a turtleneck.
Okay, next one. Who is most likely to wear a full Juicy Couture sweatsuit?
3, 2, 1. Reveal. Are you serious? I said Maggie.
Me and Prabby have put Wanda. I stand by this because you love your hoodies and sweatshirts, and I can see you wearing it.
But I don't ever wear like a full-on set. Like, think about this. Think about Maggie. She's the
I've
one who
never
wears
worn-
brand names, right? Like,
I've never worn like a full-out set before.
But like, she really likes brand names. And
yeah,
like,
but when I wear like hoodies and sweatshirts, I wear like universal.
Can I change my vote?
Thank you.
To me?
Yes, I'm changing it to Maggie.
By the way, listeners, Prabby has spelled my name wrong after 10 years of friendship.
You're not supposed to say that.
No, I'm calling you out for choosing me.
It's not spelled wrong on this side.
Yeah, he spelled it Maggie.
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 Okay, who is most likely to wear the same thing every day for a week?
3, 2, 1. Reveal. I said Wanda.
I said Wanda too.
So I said myself because I have.
I have 2.
I mean, I have two, but
I think it's just I do very constantly. Why didn't you say yourself, Prabby, then?
because I see you do more than me.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay. Who is most likely to wear socks with sandals?
Oh, this one's pretty easy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2. What? 3, 2,
No.
1. We all said Wanda because I do in fact do this, and I don't think it's a fashion faux pas. I think it's extremely comfortable, a little bit basic, but Jordan has this thing that he actually likes. Like, he told me this in like 5th year. He was like, he likes leggings, work socks, and like sandals.
I don't think it's as bad as people say it is, socks with sandals. Like in some situations, they actually look all right.
Yeah, thank you.
But it's like exaggeratedly like, it's bad, don't do this.
Okay.
Okay, next question. Who is most likely to dress like a mom or dad? This is pretty easy to me.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Reveal. We all said Maggie.
Yeah. But why?
You literally said
'Cause
you
you
dress like a
already
4-year-old
do.
woman.
Yeah.
You literally said you wear what you wear
Yeah.
to work to the club. So I don't know how like mom, like how not like how that's not mom.
Who is most likely to wear a Canadian tuxedo? And for our listeners out there, a Canadian tuxedo is full-on denim. Denim jacket, denim jeans, denim shirt, all denim.
Okay.
Okay, this is pretty easy too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Oh, okay. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. We all
I
said
know it's not
Prabby.
Wanda because Wanda doesn't like denim on denim.
Yeah.
And
That's one of
I
my
don't know if
fashion
Maggie
pet
would wear
peeves.
a lot of denim.
She
I
does
mean,
have a denim jacket though.
I have
and denim
worn
pants.
I have worn denim jacket with denim pants before.
Yeah.
And I think it's fine.
I think
As long as it's the same type of denim, I'm okay with that.
I
So,
wear dark blue jean jacket and then black jeans.
Yeah, I think that's okay. But if it's like
Yeah.
the same, but if it's like the exact same color,
Shade. Oh yes.
I think it's fine.
I don't know. I get like Justin Timberlake and like In Sync vibes from that. Like, you know what?
Iconic.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's most likely to wear a meat suit?
Lady
Lady
Gaga.
Oh.
Music awards. Meat suit.
Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Really? I said Maggie. Both of them said Wanda.
I don't think any of us, to be
I don't
honest.
think any of us, but I think you would wear it for the meme.
Why wouldn't you? I think you
No,
would
I think
wear it.
Maggie would wear it for the meme, but I still
Yeah.
think Wanda is my choice.
Why? Why me?
I don't know, because Maggie wouldn't. Did they make that like right before she went on the runway? Because like wouldn't that go bad?
I think they kept it in a freezer or something. It was pretty
Like
It
wouldn't
heavy.
it like
cold.
smell? Can like imagine being around her like the
Yeah.
entire night? Like
It was expensive. She went bankrupt from that dress.
Really?
Yeah. It
Why
was
what
would
was
they?
it?
Why would they make her wear it?
and she chose it. She wanted to wear it.
Who's more likely to get voted worst dressed in high school?
That's so.
In high school? Okay.
Hmm.
Are we revealing?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. We all said
Yeah.
Prabby. He
Yeah.
literally admitted though that his mom
Yeah,
bought
that's
him
it.
most of his clothes.
Yeah, I feel like that one's pretty easy.
His outfits consisted of a t-shirt, like a graphic t-shirt, jeans, and then maybe a sweater over top if it was cold outside.
It was like a hoodie. I had a
Yeah,
few
exactly.
hoodies.
A hoodie.
I still have one that I wear
Yeah.
at home now.
So the
This-
reverse,
this
who is
red
more
one.
likely to get voted best dressed in high school?
Hmm.
This is tricky.
Well, I mean, it's not Prabby. No one
Yeah.
knows.
Some of us, like, I don't remember wearing anything cool.
I don't remember wearing anything cool in high school either.
I'm just gonna put you.
Yeah, I've just put both of you.
Yeah.
Can't find your label.
Both of you
It's a
guys.
tie.
Both
It's a
of
tie.
me and Maggie. I don't know. Me and Maggie mostly dress like the same. Like again, we both wore Abercrombie and Hollister. Like not like we would not say we had good style whatsoever now looking back at it. Although I had boobs. So I guess like I don't know, whatever that adds to that equation.
Oh, you look better because you have boobs.
It
That's fair.
like there's certain I think there was like certain things that so back in the day boobs were more of a thing, but now they're like it's better if you're flat chested because you get to wear more things. Like things that are more in fashion now, you like look better on you if you're flat chested. If you aren't, you just look kind of like people would be like, oh, that's really slutty on her. Who is most likely to be the best dressed up in like even when they're old? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Yeah. I think Prabby's style only gets better. We all said Prabby.
Yeah.
His style is like will only get better with age.
Yeah.
He's aging like a fine wine.
Question for the week. How do you guys feel about fashion? Do you express the same views as us? What is your approach? What's your advice to people who dress poorly?
What
Let
are
us know.
your favorite brands that are not Zara, H&M, or Aritzia if you're from Canada?
Yeah. Also, should we release merch? Should we make some cool stuff?
Would you wear black jean merch with white shoes merch?
I totally would. Apologetically Me podcast white shoes.
Oh my god, Nike Air Force Ones.
Thank you to Prabby for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here today.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Like us wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on social media and in real life. Like us on YouTube.
Follow us around.
Like us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, email. Send us a Zoom link. Oh yeah, TikTok.
Send us an anonymous Zoom link.
Send us an ominous Zoom link without any description at all in our DMs. Again, thank you for watching and join us next week for another episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.